It started on a Tuesday, just a light drizzle, the kind that barely registers. I was at my desk, staring out the window, procrastinating on a report. The city was a familiar watercolor of gray buildings and hurried umbrellas. But then, I saw it. A man walking without an umbrella, his head tilted back to the sky. He just faded. Not like a ghost, but more like a glitch in reality. One moment he was there, a solid figure in a trench coat, and the next he was gone. Just a wet patch on the pavement where he'd stood. I blinked, rubbing my eyes. A trick of the light, Primeta told myself. A reflection on the rain-streaked glass. But then it happened again. A woman waiting for the bus. A cyclist pedaling through a puddle. They touched the rain, and they were gone. The strange part wasn't just that they vanished. It was that no one else seemed to notice. The bus pulled up, the doors opened to an empty spot on the curb, and then it drove away. Life just continued. I scrambled away from the window, a cold dread washing over me. I called my best friend. Alex, did you see that? The rain, ... People are disappearing. Alex just laughed. What are you talking about? It's just a little rain. You've been working too hard. His voice was normal, completely unconcerned. It was then that the true horror began to dawn on me. The rain didn't just make people vanish from sight. It erased them from memory. I ran to the office kitchen, my heart pounding. My coworker, Sarah, was making tea. Sarah, where's Mark? His desk is empty. She looked at me, confused. Mark? Who's Mark? No one by that name works here. But I knew Mark. We'd had coffee together this morning. I had a picture of us on my phone from the company picnic. I pulled it out, my hand shaking. The picture was still there. But now, it was just me, smiling at an empty space beside me. A phantom limb in a digital photograph. Panic set in. I had to warn people. I had to do something. I ran out of the office, shouting at people on the street. Stay out of the rain. Don't let it touch you. They stared at me like I was insane. A few people pulled their hoods tighter, but not because of my warning, just to avoid the crazy person yelling in the street. The drizzle was getting heavier now, turning into a steady downpour. Each drop felt like a bullet. I ducked under an awning, watching in horror as the world unraveled. A mother let her child splash in a puddle. The little girl giggled, and then she was gone. The mother looked around, a flicker of confusion on her face. Sophie? Honey, where did you go? She called a name once, twice. Then a strange blankness washed over her expression. She shook her head, as if clearing a stray thought, and walked on, leaving an abandoned toy duck floating in the puddle. She had already forgotten she ever had a daughter. This rain wasn't just killing people. It was rewriting history in real time, snipping threads from the tapestry of existence so cleanly that no one even saw the holes. How many people had already been erased? Hundreds, thousands. Was my own family safe? I sprinted home, dodging under overhangs and through subway tunnels, a desperate, zigzagging path to avoid the sky. My apartment was on the top floor. The rain was drumming against the roof, a relentless, terrifying beat. I burst through the door, calling out my wife's name. Anna! Anna, are you here? Silence. The apartment was empty. Her coat was gone. Her shoes were gone. I ran to the bedroom, my blood turning to ice. Her side of the bed was perfectly made. The photos on our nightstand, they were all of me. Alone on our wedding day, alone on our trip to Paris, alone on the beach. Anna, the love of my life, the woman I had built my world around, was gone. And the worst part, a small, insidious voice in the back of my mind was whispering, "Who's Anna?" I fought it. I screamed her name, trying to hold on to the memory of her face, the sound of her laugh, the feeling of her hand in mine. I scrolled through my phone, but her contact was gone. Our text history, a decade of love and jokes and arguments, had vanished as if it never existed. I was the only one who remembered. I was a living ghost, haunted by a world that no one else knew was missing. Why me? Why was I immune? Was it because I saw it happen? Because I was looking out that window at the exact right moment? Or was it some cruel cosmic joke, to be the sole witness to the end of everything you've ever known? I had to find other survivors. There had to be others like me. Others who remembered. He went online, searching for any mention of the phenomenon. I typed in disappearing rain, memory loss, people vanishing. Nothing. Just weather reports and articles about amnesia. The internet, the sum of all human knowledge, was being wiped clean, along with humanity itself. Desperate, I started a live stream. I pointed my phone's camera at my face, my voice cracking. If anyone can hear this, if anyone remembers, please, you are not alone. There's something in the rain. It's erasing us. Don't let it touch you. We have to fight this. We have to remember. 4 hours, I talked into the void. I recounted every memory I had of Anna, of Mark, of the man in the trench coat. I described their faces, their voices, their quirks. I was trying to build a dam of words against a flood of forgetting. The viewer count stayed at 0. The comments were empty. Then, a single comment appeared. I remember. My heart leaped. Another one followed. My brother. He's gone. No one else knows he existed. And another, and another. They were out there, a handful of us, scattered across the globe, connected only by our shared, terrible burden. We were the anchors of memory in a world adrift in amnesia. We quickly formed a private group, a digital ark for the forgotten. We shared stories, pictures, anything that could prove the people we lost were real. We were a small, fragile community, bound by grief and a terrifying purpose. We had to preserve the past. We had to figure out what this rain was, and how to stop it. One of our members, a scientist from Germany named Lena, had a theory. She believed it wasn't a natural phenomenon. It was targeted. An attack. But by whom, or what, and why? Was it a weapon? An alien terraforming project, a cosmic reset button? We had no answers, only more questions. The rain never stopped. Days turned into weeks. Cities grew quieter. The constant hum of traffic faded. The world was emptying out, but it was a peaceful, oblivious apocalypse. For those who didn't remember, life was Hoost. Simpler, less crowded. But for us, the rememberers, every empty street, every vacant house was a graveyard. We realized our immunity came with a terrible price. We could not forget. We were forced to watch our world, our history, our loved ones be systematically deleted. The weight of all those lost lives, all those erased stories, rested on our shoulders. I look out my window now. The rain is still falling. The city below is a ghost town, but its remaining inhabitants don't know it. They go about their days, blissfully unaware of the millions who walked these streets just a month ago. Sometimes, I envy them. Their ignorance must be a comfort, but we will not forget. We are the scribes of a dead world. We record the names, the faces, the stories. We stream, we write, we upload, hoping to leave a digital fossil record for whatever comes after. A testament that we were here, that they were here. We remember for them. We have to, because if we forget, it's like they never existed at all, and that is a fate far worse than death. Thank you so much for watching. This story is a heavy one, but your time and attention mean the world to me. If you enjoy exploring these kinds of thought-provoking sci-fi ideas, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications. We have many more stories and worlds to uncover together. Until next time, stay curious.